Aloha. It is November. I keep having to look at the calendar. It's Tuesday the 20th. I've made a couple of videos in between, but I kept screwing them up. So I've kind of missed a couple days. And honestly, the last video before this, which was made on the first day of my first shot, uh, November, when was that? 17th, Saturday. That wasn't a great video. I feel like I was being mean to my friend who was trying to help me with his comments. And actually, he's a nice guy. And sorry, we talked about it, and I kind of, straightened him out with his facts and stuff like that. So, anyhow, I just want to check in. I felt kind of strange since Saturday, actually. I wouldn't say good, to be honest. Sunday was interesting. I didn't sleep well at all on Saturday because my power surge, as I call it, came at late at night. But Sunday kind of was not a great day. But Monday was even worse. It was weird. I had no energy whatsoever yesterday. I slept all day. Like, I got up a few times to take my dog out and feed her, and then I would just go back to bed. I had no energy. I felt really kind of, I can't describe it. It wasn't what I expected at all. This is not what I thought would happen. So, but everyone's different. Who knows why? You know, I could have other things going on. I could be getting sick. Honestly, I could maybe even be having my very last PMS, maybe. I don't know. But today wasn't that much better, but I did get up. I got up. Really, I started kind of doing stuff or whatever at like 1:30. Um, yeah, I need to go to bed earlier and get up earlier, but I still don't feel. I'm kind of disappointed. I've read a lot of things about testosterone and FTMs who have done it, and they seem to have felt sort of the relaxed well-being, uh, feeling at home for the first time is how I've heard it described. But I I don't feel that yet. Um, it could be also that I'm sort of, I don't know. It could be my own attitude of, I started feeling kind of weird about doing the tea 2 days before I did my first shot, like second guessing myself, which I'm tired of doing. I've done it all my life, and I've taken 27 years to do this. I think I know what decision I wanted to make, but it was kind of a panic, I guess, like saying goodbye to the old me, maybe. My voice is going to change. My round face, it's going to be more angular, all that stuff that I wanted, but it's still kind of strange, but I should just need to get over it. I lived this way for almost 50 years, 49 years. Yeah. And I'm tired of feeling crappy. So, not that testosterone changes all your feelings and not that it makes clinical depression go away or any of that, but it certainly will make, I think, a lot of things, bad things, go away in my life. And I'll bring other bad things like acne and stuff like that, probably. But, everyone's different. So, I really shouldn't be even tripping about this stuff either. It just depends on the person. Every single person is going to be different. So I just have to suck it up and think positive and realize that I might have my little homecoming moment, so to speak, later this week. But it usually does happen from everything I've read in the first week. But we'll see. Haven't been to the gym yet or anything. It's been pouring rain in Seattle, dumping rain, and I just don't feel like going out. Honestly, it was raining so hard today. I was out there for like 1 second and I was soaked. So yeah, being lazy. But anyhow, if anyone has any comments about this, like, has anyone felt the same? Like, maybe they didn't feel good right away, or are having second thoughts, or any kind of weird thing like that. I'm not saying I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to keep going with it because to give up after, like, really, it's been 3 days. That's not, I mean, I'm not going to do that. So anyway, that's the deal. Oh, and I did discover, though, that my first shot was not 50 milligrams. It was 100. Now, here's a hint for y'all. Medical math, okay? Look at your vial. See what it says. My vial says 200 milligrams per milliliter of liquid. So just remember that. Little lesson for you in liquid drugs. Milligrams is the dosage of the drug, the strength of the drug, okay? Milliliters, or some people still call it cc's. That's not really used anymore in the medical community, but milliliter and cc is the same thing. That's what is referring to the liquid. So basically, that's the liquid in the vial, and the milligrams is how much of the drug is per milliliter of liquid, okay? So I wasn't paying attention that well. I was kind of nervous. I feel it's a small syringe that I use. I don't know what y'all use. This is like a diabetic syringe. It only holds 1 milliliter. It's very thin. I filled it. My friend helped me, whatever, he filled it, but it was 0.5 milliliter, so half a milliliter of liquid. Well, that's 100 milligrams, not 50 milligrams of tea, because of the strength of what's in my vial that I got. So my first shot was 100. And honestly, that's what I feel I should be getting. I really should be getting 100 per week, in my opinion. My doctor wants to start me out so damn slow. So, I did the 100. In 2 weeks or whatever, I'll do 50, and then I'm going to go see her. And she'll want to take my blood, but I'm going to tell her, look, I want to do 100 per week, or maybe 75 per week. It's still not a high dose. So a lot of people start at 200, or they go up to 200 super fast. What do you guys think? What doses are you on? Anyway, that's what's going on with me. So I'm just a little bit, I'm just thrown off slightly, because I really thought I would sort of feel good instantly, which that's the instant gratification addict in me, and I'm older. That might affect things too. Who knows why, but I just need to relax about it. And I need to not stay in bed all day. Seriously, but yesterday I felt like lead. So I don't know what that was. But I need to get my ass out and about. Yeah, so that's about it. I've just been watching some videos today on YouTube about this subject, and, sort of rereading Jameson Green's book a little bit. Just trying to buoy myself up and realize that this is not a snap decision for me. This is not a trendy decision. This is not an easy decision, but it's a decision I've mulled over and said I was going to do this so many times over the years. So it's absolutely not a new decision in any way. And it's not one that I've ever taken lightly, and that's why it took me so long to make the damn decision. So I really think I just need to relax. I just was reading some negative stuff. There's a bitter person that puts out a blog that has a lot of negative things to say about taking tea. He quit taking it, and I don't even know if he identifies as he anymore. I don't know, but all he had to say was negative things. A lot of his so-called facts were actually incorrect and blown out of proportion, and he never took into account that everything's different for every person. And it also sounded like he did not fully research his decision. I have fully researched it, and that's another reason why it took me so long to do this, because there are permanent ramifications that are not going to change. Believe me, I've known about this for years. And it's not a decision to be taken lightly, but that said, people have taken tea for a year or two and gone off tea for a year or two and gone back on tea, and all kinds of options are possible. Plus, we're in an age where things change, science changes. Who knows how it's going to all be next year? Things are just changing at a phenomenal rate. And excuse me, it's my nose. I'm itchy. That's another thing I wanted to say. Like my nose itches, and I've been kind of itchy, like on my skin and stuff. And it could just be from the heater being on, dry skin. I don't know, but regardless, anyway, I'm trying to think positive. Is my point. I have to think more positive and just not second guess myself so damn much. And I need to exercise. Okay, exercise is the biggest part of how I'm going to feel better about myself. You know, and I just have to keep telling myself that when people have told me in the past, you don't have to transition. You can just work out and lose weight, and your breasts will get smaller because you've been working out and losing weight, and then you'll feel better. And you don't have to transition to do that. It almost seems like they're dumb. I mean, I know that I can do that if I wanted to, and a couple times I said, "Oh yeah, maybe you're right," but that does nothing to make me feel better in my okay, physical activity does make me feel better, obviously, but that's not the issue here. It's not losing weight and working out. Is That's not the issue. I've done that many times in the past. I wasn't always fat and out of shape like I am now. I used to weigh 130 and I looked like a fucking teenage boy. And I wasn't happy. Why? Because I still had breasts and I still was called ma'am or ma'am and sir actually, and all that stuff. So people just don't get it. They're good natured. They try to help, but they're ignorant, and that's what I have to tell myself. I am not ignorant on this subject at all. So okay, well, long ass video. Sorry, pretty long. I'll check back. Have a good day.